taking on, but we won't let that down.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Jack Devine. Welcome back to another episode of Jacksnax. Today on the channel, we're going to snack on the solo from Hungersite by Goose. During the solo, we come up to the 13th fret, B string, and we hit this quick little C note, like that, right before the solo starts. Okay, and we come up and we grab the 9 and bend it real fast to the flat 3. Then release it back tight, and then hit the F twice. And then hammer on back to that G note. And you'll notice there's a bit of quick Clapton style vibrato on the high E. All right, and this is one of the tools that Rick uses to create a lot of intensity with his solos is a lot of tight, funky, duration. Like he chooses to clip notes short and play them very staccato from time to time. And then he uses a very nice, fast, but tight vibrato. So see how that lends that real intense moment. Okay, then he grabs the 6 and back to the 1. Okay, that's the first leg. Okay, and then probably comes the hardest move actually in the song is this real subtle move that he does where he slides up from the flat 3 into the 3rd and then bends a little bit. He kind of does this little move. So once you slow it down, but it comes out sounding like this. Okay, very singing. Okay, so we're bending up to that B flat note, okay? But we kind of start here and then bend up. Now you can just bend from here, all right? But that sounds a little bluesier than actually what's happening. I've slowed it down using the Vidami over there, and there's definitely this little, okay? Then he comes back to the flat 3, gives it a little sass, okay? Then back to F twice. Okay, then flat 7-5, and then 4 flat 3 with a little upward hook to the root. So that's going to all be. Okay, now granted, there's going to be various levels of intensity to that. That's played kind of slow. Then we enter into this next little section. Okay, that is really some tasty little stuff. Again, it looks like it's all just F minor pentatonic, right, so far. But it's all those little glisses and bends and the intensity and the focus with which this gentleman is playing that drives the passion behind his playing. It is very, very succinct, very deliberate choices. This guy is absolutely killer. He's a killer player, man. Okay, that intensity. So we're coming to the 12th fret, we're bending a 1 fret. That's just back back and forth between the flat 7 and the 5th here on the 13th and 15th fret D and A strings. Okay, step up here with the index, 1 fret, ghost bend. Okay, pre-bend it. Like that. You don't want to be too athletic about it, just back again to that pivoting, back and forth between the 5 and the flat 7. And this time we do the same sounding lick, but we fret it and slide. Like that. Versus very subtle distinction, but you can definitely hear it again. When it's slowed down, you can tell what's happening, okay? So that's slide up from flat 5 into 5. Very clean. Okay, and you can bend it from the flat 3 or the 2. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. I think it's this. It's kind of already bent and keeps bending, so it's not quite the fretted, you know, G sharp note, but like that, okay? So, and that's the end of that little section. And then right connected to it is this little slide. And that lick can be played in a bunch of different places, but I choose to play it here because of where the next lick is located, which is right up here. So by going, I'm already right on it. If I played, I would have to get up here. That's probably the fanciest little bit. So let's focus in on where we're at, okay? So we just, okay, then we slide up. That's gonna be like 3rd, and then the middle finger on the flat 7, again on the B string, this time at the 16th fret. Okay? And I do a little position shift there. I'm not sure, I've never seen him play it. Okay, but that's what I'm hearing. Then clean off the C, no slide. Just I probably slide it a lot, but whoop. Okay, quick little hammer on from E flat to F. Okay, so that. So basically talking back and forth between these 3 notes, this F, E flat, and the G, okay? So, okay, come up and grab that and hold it. And we slide into this B flat note, and then we hammer on into the A. And then we jump back and grab the G here. Alright, we'll break that down in a second. Alright, let's come in and take a closer look at that fast lick, okay? So we came up, slide, then the hammer on into the A, then jump back, index finger takes the G, and then we go. Okay, so that's going to be index finger on the G, then pull off from 16 to 15 on the B. Hit that C note there with the ring finger at the 17th fret. That's the first part, okay? So we would go. And it's very important that you create the rest between those 2 little hammer-ons in order to create that effect, okay? So, very, very speedy in there, okay? But you can use these pull-offs with your index finger where you kind of slide down to increase the speed. You don't have to pick every note. He does not, okay? those trills and slurs, that kind of stuff. I do it like that. You could go and never move your hand at all. There's a lot of ways around this, okay? But okay. And that is the fast lick. That's our next little lick, and this is a big long line, obviously. We'll break it down into some chunks, but the basic idea here is that he let out all the tension by that incredible fast ascending cascading line down through that little. Okay, now he builds it up. Okay. Okay, so basically we come back down to this little G minor triad, which G minor is super connected to B flat major, okay? Why? Because they're relative major and minor. B flat major. Okay, so it's not going to be, it shouldn't be a shock to anybody that we're seeing G minor triads over top of a B major, parent scale song. Okay, now granted, the entire thing is set against an F chord and an E flat chord, but that's kind of the magic of the modes, right? We can actually superimpose the arpeggiatic structures and little triads from the various chords that are diatonic to our scale. And all that fancy pants stuff means is all the scales, all the B flat major scales yield chords. So if we stack up every other note in that, we make B flat chords or C minor chords or D minor chords or so on and so forth through the various and sundry chords that are included inside the B major scale, of which F major and E flat major are the 5 and 4. Okay, and that's where the whole jam is taking place over that. So we've let out the steam a little bit. Okay, then. Okay, that's a C note, D, then B flat, and back to that G with the pinky. Then, okay, a little 12, 13, 15 with the index, middle, pinky, and then we slide in again with the middle. Okay, so that's. Okay, now we go. I bend up in, I think he slides. I think he does this like a little. Okay, but we'll get to that little bit in a minute. I'm not, terribly concerned about gosh, there's so many little subtle things in there. And the man is very, very, very nuanced with his playing. He's a polished guy. I believe he was a Berkeley grad. So he is well studied, but at the same time, he's not one of these, dispassionate shredder guys that plays the same line every time. I don't think you'll ever hear him play this solo again. So that's really, pretty impressive, actually, to think that something as beautiful as this could be somewhat of just a bit of found joy out there. And I'm looking forward to seeing the guy play, for hope that there will be other moments. I'm sure there will be some transcendent things. That's one of the things this guy has, clearly, is the superpower to elevate music with his guitar. Take a cool jam and just blow the roof off the place. So here we are looking at that descending line. I think I do something like that. I'm not sure if I go, I think think I pick up more than he does during that little ascending part, just because I like to create a little bit more tension. But that part is really awesome, and you can see we're coming up through what looks like. He puts that flat 3 at the top of that line. Okay, so after we do that, very tasty. Oh my goodness, is that some hot shit? Okay, so that's 13th fret index, middle finger. Now, real quick, catch that rhythm, okay? Bum. See how quick it starts in on that? Very cool the way he comes in off those notes, which are kind of played against the beat, and then all of a sudden starts to flow with it, okay? Those. Now the truth is he's a little buried in the mix there, and it sounds honestly like he's, you know, struggling in a beautiful way. It doesn't sound like a composed moment. It sounds like he's just kind of, you know, duking it out with his instrument and trying to find his way with his eyes closed, and he sure as hell does find this beautiful little passage at the top of this. So okay, now you're going to come up and grab on the downbeat of that F. We're going to come into the third. He glides, I think, into like that. Okay, so those are the notes. Then slides from B flat all the way up to D. This, you need a 22 fret guitar to do it like he does, or you could bend it if you had a Strat, which, you know, when I was transcribing it, I was using the Strat, so I was doing that little bend, so I still do it from time to time, but it would be this. Totally gorgeous line, okay? Again, though, that's all stemming out of B flat major. Oh, sorry. So that's when you hear that. So don't neglect your B flat major, folks. This is some heavy stuff for sure, okay? So two hits on that G. Slide from B flat all the way up to D. Keep the pressure on the board. Do not lighten up as you slide. Like that. Shit. Okay, so you've got a little bit of rhythmic displacement in there as you're descending, okay? Very cool the way he allows things to speed up and slow down, expand, contract, whatever you want to call it, you know, tension release. Very, very cool player. Slide back with the index. Sorry? Quick little trill here from 15 to 16 with the index in the middle. Resolve to B flat at the 15th fret G string. Okay, we're almost done, folks. Now we're going to come up and do a quick little hammer on. Like that, and then pinky goes to the D string and does a 1 fret slide. Little pause between that little, don't go, go. very small amount of, of a rest between. Right? And then. Okay, so. Pinky goes from this, what is that, a G sharp into the A. Okay. Back to F, E flat, D, C, B flat, and then we kind of do a little between the flat 3 and the 2, back to root on F. 6, 5, and then an F power chord to round it out. Okay, so that would be. Folks, so that's going to wrap up today's episode of Jacksnax. Thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. If you want to reach me for private lessons, no sweat, jack_divine@hotmail.com is how you reach me. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.